Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to discuss about the tidal energy and ocean thermal energy conversion. So we will start from the tide. That means the periodic rise and fall of the water level of the sea, which are carried by the action of the sun and moon on the water of the earth is called tide. And there are the two types of a tide. Water is above the mean sea level, that is called flood tide, and water level is below the mean sea level, that is called eve tide. So the daily variation in the tidal level is mainly due to the changing position of the moon. Here you can see that this is only the tidal range. So what is the tidal range? Actually, it is the difference between the consecutive high tide and the low tide water level. In this diagram, you can see here, this is the crest level, or we can see that this one is the highest level of the tide, and this one is the lowest level of the tide, that is called the eve level, and it is represented by the R. And the tidal energy refers to the potential energy in the tidal range. If the water is flowing, that it energy, potential energy converted into the kinetic energy. And the tidal energy is the mainly due to the gravitational force of attraction between the earth and the sun, and between the earth and the moon. This one is the gravitational force between the two bodies. F is equals to kmn upon d square. If we want to calculate the gravitational force, we can use this formula, and where the small m is equal to mass of the water molecule, capital M mass of the sun, d is equals to distance between the sun and the water molecule, and k is the gravitational constant. So but with the help of this formula, we can calculate the gravitational force between the two bodies. And the tidal energy, now this is the tidal power plant. Here you can see that with the help of this power plant, we can produce the electricity. In this plant, we can use we used the reversible turbine, which acts as a turbine for either direction of the flow. So here you can see this one is the for high tide, and this one is the for low tide. And when the tide is high, or this is the sea level, and this is the tidal basin, or we can say that it is a reservoir. This one is the dam constructed, and this is the whole assembly of turbine generator. When the water comes from the sea and flows through the turbine generator assembly, then electricity will be produced, and it is flowing to the tidal basin. And when the tide has receded, then or we can say that the tide has low, then the water reverse back to the sea from the reservoir or basin. At that time, we can produce the electricity also with the help of this turbine generator assembly. That's why we are using here the turbine reversible turbine. Now the ocean thermal energy conversion, and what is the main principle of ocean thermal energy conversion? So it is working on the basis of the temperature difference between the water of the bottom of the sea and water at the top of the sea. This temperature difference can be used to operate a heat engine. Most of the radiation is being absorbed at the surface layer of the water. They are the two types of the plants. First one is the closed cycle system, and second one is the open cycle system. Today we are going to discuss in this lecture the closed cycle system. So closed cycle system concept was proposed by Bajot in 1926, and further it is developed by Anderson in 1992, and it is based on the warm surface water is used for supplying the heat input into the boiler, while cold water brought up to the ocean depth for extracting heat in the condenser. So this is the closed cycle ocean thermal energy conversion plant. So here you can see that the water from the ocean surface is pumped with the help of this pump to the boiler, and this boiler is converted. The boiler, with the help of this boiler, the water is converted into the vapor. That high pressure vapor is sent to the turbine. That with the help of this turbine, we can produce the electricity, because the turbine is connected with the generator. So this we can convert this mechanical energy into the electrical energy with the help of this generator. and the exhaust low pressure vapor is coming out from the turbine and which is sent to the condenser. The main function of the condenser to condense this vapor into the condensate or working fluid and send back to the boiler. And the water coming from the condenser from the ocean depth, that means the cold water from the ocean depth is pumped to the condenser for condensing the vapor, and that water is reversed back to the ocean. So this is a closed cycle system, ocean thermal energy conversion plant. So thank you very much.